y'all doing out there in internet world? Today is the Out the Box Economics podcast promotions, and today will be my very first guest because everybody needs to be informed and educated about crypto. And today I have a gentleman who's going to explain to everybody about what crypto is because he has a crypto educational platform. And I have just joined so I can be part of it, so I can gain more information and knowledge. And also, we'll do a presentation a little bit later. And then once you see the presentation and you get interested, I have a link that you can sign up for even a free 5-day class. And it's free to get started with the 5-day class. But if you want more education, you can sign, and they got different subscriptions you can sign up for. And I have my referral link. So without no further ado, we're going to bring up Mr. Brandon Ivey. Hello, Mr. Brandon Ivey. How you doing, sir?
Doing good, Mr. Buck. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing all right, Yes, and I'm glad that we have finally connected because after I seen you the first Monday, I was like, oh man. Then I heard you mention the word Skid Row. That mean they kind of piqued my interest even more. I said he must be kind of local or something.
Yes, I'm local to Los Angeles County. I live out in the Inland Empire by Pomona, in Laverne.
Oh, okay. So you're a little distance away.
Yeah, about 30 minutes from downtown LA with no traffic.
With no traffic. Okay, I got you. Okay. Well, I'm going to get started a little bit on the first question. First, I'm going to say welcome to the show.
My pleasure. Glad to be here.
Thank you. And I'm going to ask you this. When did you first get started with in crypto?
Well, that's an interesting story because I heard about Bitcoin for the first time probably back in 2010. Then I heard about it again in 2012, and I didn't think there was anything real to it. I thought it was monopoly money. I heard about it again in 2014. It's like every 2 years. 2014, when a business partner of mine in Japan was the first restaurant to have a Bitcoin ATM machine in their business in all of Tokyo. Didn't get involved in Bitcoin. 2016, I saw Bitcoin when it was $100 go all the way to $640. And I said, you know what? Let me buy some of this. I mean, I don't understand it, but right. I'm starting to see people I know making money with this. So I bought 3 Bitcoin for $640 in 2016, and then I sold it a couple of months later when it went up to $870. And that was my entrance into the Bitcoin crypto world going into 2017.
Oh wow! So when you sold it, how did you feel when you did that? Were you
when I first sold it, I was excited. I thought I was the smartest dude in the world. I'm like, man, I bought this at 640. I sold it at 870, and I don't even know what it is, and I made some money. So I sold it for Christmas presents because in my business, December is one of the most expensive months for me. And business is always the slowest at that time. So I sold those 3 Bitcoin for a profit. I thought I was smart. And then a year later, Bitcoin went to $20,000 a coin. And I thought about that. I said, I had 3 of these. That was the most expensive Christmas I ever had. Sold my Bitcoin, man.
There's an education for you right there. So what were you doing prior to crypto?
Well, at that point, because that was almost 6 years ago, I had spent 18, 19 years in the direct selling space, network marketing, direct sales. And in fact, next week's my birthday. I'm celebrating 10 years retirement from corporate America. I retired off my 9-to-5 job when I was 36 years old. So right before crypto, I was in about 5 years self-employed. So I was being a vice president of sales and marketing for several companies, distributors for others, and I got burnt out and tired, and I wanted to get into a space where my money can make money for me. And we're not taught too much about the stock market and real estate and that, and plus you need to have a lot of money, a lot of resources to get started. And I saw this crypto space where there wasn't any friction to get involved. There wasn't much investment that I needed to start with, and that's when I decided to look into the crypto space.
Oh, okay. Well, once you got started from there and got in there, so how were you able to develop a crypto educational platform in a short
Great,
amount
great question. Well,
of time?
after I sold my 3 Bitcoin, going into 2017, I saw friends of mine were becoming millionaires off of crypto, and I started asking them questions. How does this work? What is it? How do you get it? And to my surprise, they couldn't answer any of my questions.
Hmm.
Their answer was, well, Bitcoin. I got involved with a company that's doing Bitcoin. I really don't know what I'm doing. I just put 15,000 in, and I made half a million. I said, well, how are you investing in something you don't understand? And their answer was, well, it just keeps going up. I don't need to understand it. It just keeps going up, and I sell it. So I started to look around to see where I could learn, and there was no official courses outside of maybe a few Ivy League schools that were teaching blockchain, but you'd have to spend thousands and thousands of
Ooh.
dollars and be enrolled, and it wasn't online. You'd have to go to the class itself, and so it was kind of out of touch. So I went to a place that I don't advise anybody to do. I went to Google and YouTube and said, okay, I'll look it up myself. And I went to Google and YouTube, and millions of things popped up. So being a beginner, I didn't know what questions to ask. I didn't know where to start with. And I spent 6 months teaching myself. I realized after 6 months, 50% of the information that I was taught was incorrect.
Okay.
And but I did learn two things that changed my life. And the first is that blockchain technology is going to disrupt every single industry on the planet today, whether we like it or not, whether we believe it or not, whether we understand it or not. Our opinion is irrelevant. It's going to happen. The second thing that I learned that really shook me was that cryptocurrency represents the greatest economic shift in wealth in the history of mankind for the most amount of people. And that last part is important, the most amount of people, because there have been other economic shifts in wealth in the past. But
Hmm.
not everybody had access to that. Not
Right.
everybody had access to the gold rush, to the oil boom, to the railroads, to the airplanes, to the internet. Not everybody had access to that. But now, this, because it's decentralized, is not controlled by a bank, a government, a business, or a CEO. There's no barrier of entry. So it doesn't matter who you are. You only need three things for this to have success in it. So it doesn't matter where you were born, what language you speak, the color of your skin, man, woman, or child, whether you have a record or not, whether you have a college degree or not, whether you have a whole lot of money or not. None of that matters. All that matters is that you have a cell phone, access to the internet, and then the third is the most important, a
Hmm.
willingness to learn. And that's when I brought that message up about Skid Row, because it was a couple of years ago, there was a blockchain event for women in downtown LA. And I had
Okay.
some partners of mine flew in from Philly. And so we were driving downtown LA. It was late at night. And I was teaching her something. I said, I want you to see something. This cell phone is now not a luxury for everybody. It's a necessity to operate in the world today. And we were driving through Skid Row, and I said, look, and you see LED lights are everywhere. So that even the
Right.
homeless have cell phones.
Right.
So if you've got a cell phone and access to the internet, the only thing you're missing is a willingness to learn. And if you've
Yeah.
got a willingness to learn, you can literally learn this and write your own check, and nobody can say you can't do it because of who you are, your past, or what you look like. And so when I realized that, I had an aha moment. I said, "This is the industry that can take our people, and not just when I see people who look like me, but also in a class situation, people who have never had an
Right.
opportunity
Right.
to really make something for themselves, not 10 years from now, but in the next 3 to 5 years, they can literally change their life." And there was nobody out there teaching this. So I said, if it has to be, I guess I got to do it. So I created an education course to go around and teach the community about crypto and get them involved and at least exposed to it. You can't play the game if you don't even know the game's being played. So that's
Right.
what the beginnings of my crypto education began.
Well, I'll tell you what, like when my beginnings, it was 2020, when the virus hit and everything.
Mm.
And I was like, well, I wanted to try to just I left the online network and stuff alone, because it's a whole bunch of like it's designed to tweak your emotions to get happy, and it's also designed to keep you from making the money that they promise you can make. Seem like so, like it's kind of complex. So, but some told me to jump back in, start seeking, and then and it's and when the crypto came to me, I was like everybody else, nope, I'm not messing with it. Because I was like that because I had a flip phone back in 2013. Everybody trying to get me to get
Oh,
a
wow.
smartphone. And I said, no, I'm staying old school. I'm not getting one. But then I finally got my first smartphone. I couldn't let it go. So when it comes to the crypto, I was like, my mind was telling me no, but my spirit was telling me yes. And it said, it's because I know like I ain't want to deal with all that extra stuff. But my spirit, like, it ain't just for you, it's for you to help your people.
That's
So
right.
I'm like, okay, spirit. So then I started getting into it, and I ain't know nothing. And first thing I was working with, I think it was like a smart contract with Tron or something like that. That's the first one I got introduced to, and those been flopping up. So it's been a whole bunch of roller coaster rides and stuff. So then got to a point where I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I just left it alone, but I still had some crypto playing around with it that I forgot about, whatever. I said left it alone, and I came back and I started getting on different Zooms, getting more educated from different people. Then I'm going like, oh, that's why that happened. Oh, then I went, oh, that's why I missed. So I started listening and learning. And then I didn't understand I was learning till somebody asked me something and it was coming out. I'm like, oh, I do know something. So, so I kept on dodging and stuff and everything. But I'm glad with Gene Filippo introduced me to Real Crypto Life and everything, and then that's when they were talking about you, and that's how I met you, and everything. So everything started to really make a little bit more sense. I said, "Oh, okay," because like when the crash came, everybody was tripping, and through Real Crypto Life and another platform, I didn't realize there was a crash, and everybody was tripping. I like, but then I went and looked at my old wallets and stuff. Where I still had, I like, oh, that went down. But the platforms I was in were working. So that's when I went, wait a minute. It ain't the so it's more layers to it. So I started. So it's very intriguing to me. So it makes me willing to learn more about it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna say. Like with you, so I know you get ready to do a 5-day. Is it a workshop or it's a class? Or?
Yeah, well, we call it a 5-day challenge. What happened is we before COVID, I used to travel around the country and doing Bitcoin boot camps in different cities. When Seattle, Chicago, Atlanta, Philly, Houston, Dallas, and we would for one day invite the community out at no charge for a Saturday afternoon and take a look at get exposed to what Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is all about. And I always would do Bitcoin giveaways. For those who sat through the whole thing, you go into a raffle, and I would give you free Bitcoin at the end of the presentation. And when COVID hit, we weren't able to do that anymore. So I had to we created it to do it online. So with the 5-day challenge, instead of you having to leave your home and travel anywhere, you just register. There's no cost to register, and you just we do a live streaming for 1 hour for 5 days starting on a Monday, and we're going to take you through the basics. You'd be surprised how many people that's in Bitcoin and crypto and don't even understand what it is.
Right.
So we take you through, day one, we talk about who was Satoshi Nakamoto. Day two, what is the blockchain, the technology behind Bitcoin. Day three, well, what is cryptocurrency? People still think that cash is king and what the future and evolution of money is going to be. Then day four, we talk. Day four, we talk about how do you get involved with it? What is unlocking it? What are wallets? How do I buy it? How do I move it from one place to another? What's the security for it? And then day five, we talk about building your strategy. Do you have a short-term strategy, a long-term strategy? How to be diversified, build your portfolio. In other words, how to make money, which is what everybody wants to know. We talk about that on day five, and there's no cost to doing that, and we do that once a month.
Okay. So for this month of July, what days is this going to take place?
That'll be on July 25th.
July 25th.
July 25th, Monday, that whole week to the 29th.
So everybody, make sure you click on that link, and hey, just be happy that you did it. I'm telling you, because you're going to be, because like I say, it's not if it happens, because it's already happened.
That's right. That's right.
So just got to get in now because, like I said, it better be at the beginning of something when it gets started than at the end, because at the end you'll be trying to play catch up and be, kind of like with Bitcoin.
That's right.
Like I said, I heard that word back then, but I had no clue of nothing. So like in 2020, that's when I really first got involved with it, and I was like, wow. And I said, I'm some way steps behind. Yeah. So okay. So you say you got a presentation that you can
Yeah,
deliver
I'll go
today.
over a quick presentation for you. Let me share screen
All right.
and get this
Yeah.
started for you.
Yeah. Let's get that cracking. So y'all already getting like a little education right now.
All right, so we're going to get into what cryptocurrency education is, but most importantly, why you should be involved, because we're looking at the world the way it is today, and we're dealing with rapid inflation, high gas prices. There's no people getting raises on their jobs or promotions. You go to the grocery store and food is high, and before that, this is a fact, and it's a shame, because I was taught if I want to have financial freedom in America, I've got to go to school, get good grades, and get a good, safe, secure job that will take care of me. And I did that. I graduated from Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia. Went on to have a nice corporate career going, and due to no fault of my own, I was laid off not once but twice, and realized that this fact is most people will fail financially. One out of 100 people working a 9 to 5 job will retire well off. Only one out of 100. The Federal Reserve says that 93% of people don't have good salaries. 95% will not succeed in business. 97% will retire broke, depending on family, government, and friends by the age of 65. Most people do not have $1,000 in their savings account. And most people cannot afford a $400 emergency without going into debt. And that was before COVID. That was
Right.
before the recession and what we're going through right now. But I want you to think about this. Digital currency is the new financial revolution. We've all heard of Uber, a transportation company that owns no cars. Amazon, world's largest retail chain that has no stores. Airbnb, a hotel chain that owns no property. So a new revolution or evolution taking place is in the financial sector with the introduction of cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. You see, this got started in 2008. And the reason why it's so successful is for three reasons. Number one, there's only going to be 21 million ever in existence. 21 million, which means there's more than 51 million millionaires and billionaires on the planet today. Not every single one of them can own one whole Bitcoin. So once they figure that out and they all clamor in to want to get one, supply and demand. There's not enough supply to cover all of them, so the value of it's going to skyrocket. As a result, Bitcoin went from 0.003 cents in 2009 to more than $69,000 a coin last year. This is the best performing asset by far of the past decade. Nothing even comes close. Bitcoin is also universal in value. One Bitcoin in Japan is worth one Bitcoin in California, in the United Kingdom, in South Africa, in Brazil. It's universal around the world. And then the third reason is that it's permissionless. You don't need permission from a bank, a government, a CEO, or Western Union to send it anywhere around the world, cross borders, with no limit. Like right now, you can't travel across borders with more than $10,000 cash without declaring. You need to have permission. If you want to send money from one bank to another, they charge you high fees for that, and that transaction can take a couple of days. With Bitcoin and crypto, it's as easy as sending an email. The transaction happens almost instantly, and it's a low fee to do that transaction. In 2009, Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin, which is the world's first global decentralized cryptocurrency. In 2009, Bitcoin's value was less than 1 penny. 2010, it was 40 cents. 2016, $600. 2021, $69,000. If you would have invested $100 in Bitcoin in 2010, today it would be worth over $60 million. And you go back, everybody could have found a way to get $100 in 2000, knowing what we know today.
Yeah.
$100 turned into 60 million. Now, the thing is, people don't know what this is. They don't know what the blockchain is. They don't know what Bitcoin is. They want to know, is it real? The fact that we have to report it on our taxes lets you know it's real. They want to know, am I too late? No, you're not. Where Bitcoin and blockchain is right now is where the internet was back in the 90s. People want to know, how do I buy it? But most importantly, can I spend it? Well, that is why I created ILCA. So, what is ILCA? That stands for Ivy League Crypto Academy. That's my last name, Ivy. I played on that name. So, here's what we do. We want to teach you everything that you need to know about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency from the standpoint of a way that my mom can understand. When I first got into crypto and I went to an expo, a Bitcoin expo in LA, and I sat in the audience and I'm listening to the people up on stage, and they sounded like NASA scientists. They were speaking some foreign language I didn't understand, which is crypto. And it just went over my head. And I knew, man, if this is going over my head, I'm looking around. I know none of these people are really getting this. So I said, if I'm going to bring this to the people in the community, I got to do this in a way that they can understand it. So I went to my mom and said, if I can get my mom to understand this, then that's going to be a winner. So I created cryptocurrency courses in a way that my mom can understand, basic pop-up book style, easy to learn. All training is done by streaming video, which means you can stop, pause, and rewind it. For those people that think that, well, I don't have a lot of time. I'm working one job, two jobs. I've got kids. I've got husband and wife. I just don't have the time. So I did this in a way where the videos are anywhere between 5 minutes to 30 minutes long. You can stop, pause, rewind it. Some people, it may take them 6 months to go through them. Or my executive assistant, she did it in a weekend. So it's completely up to you, and you can always go back and watch these. We also within ILCA have the 5-day challenge. Now, I just explained that earlier, the 5-day challenge. We also have the ability for you to become a VIP member. We also have what's the inner circle. We have live marketing system and one-on-one consulting, plus 7 courses, over 100 videos. Right now, what's released is Bitcoin 101, Crypto Advanced, How to Trade Bitcoin and Cryptocurrencies, and the Internet of Things. And then coming after that will be DeFi, decentralized finance, NFTs, and the metaverse. So what is a 5-day challenge? Well, I just went over that earlier. For 5 days, you're going to learn everything you need to know about the basics and the fundamentals of Bitcoin and crypto. And that's where we begin. And there's no charge. That's for free. But we do offer the ability to become a VIP member. VIP member for one-time cost of $97 gets you what we like to call backstage access, which means when we do this 5-day challenge, you're going to get a special invite to a Facebook group where it's going to be streamed live from. Only thing you have to do, there's no cost, you just got to register. But if you become a VIP member, you actually hop on Zoom with myself, and I have panelists that's also teaching you guys at the same time. And when we stop the live stream on Facebook, we stay on with everybody, the VIPs on Zoom, and we go into Q&A, questions and answers. And that is where we shine the most. Because I remember when I first got into crypto, and I might be watching videos, but I've got questions, and I didn't have anybody I could go to answer the question. So the VIPs get access to that, and they're a VIP for life, which means every time we do the 5-day challenge, every month they get VIP access every single month. They only have to pay for it one time. Then we have the inner circle. This is for those who want to continue learning, because one thing about Bitcoin and crypto, it's volatile. It's always changing. The laws are changing. There's something in the news going on every day. So I stay on top of this. I'm always learning. Almost every day, I do what's called a Bitcoin crypto talk every morning, where I'm reading the news, I'm sharing information, what's going on, and where I share my crypto secrets. So what's included in this is I share my personal investments. I open up some of my wallets and I show my live portfolios. We do opportunity alerts. I buy tokens live. In fact, one of our wallets, we started from scratch, and the goal is to get that from $0 to $1 million in the next 2 to 3 years. And I'm doing it live so everybody can see it every step that I'm taking. We do research and insights, 100 plus hours of research, unlimited white papers. We just read a white paper last week that is going to impact every single person in America. The Federal Reserve just released their proposed white paper to create the digital dollar, which means they want to take your cash and they want to digitize it and get rid of physical cash is the ultimate goal. Now, whether you like or involved with crypto or not, you will be impacted by that. So we cover information like that. We have Crypto Talk 16 hours every single month, access to our thriving community, which means it's not just me. One of our members brought a token to the community called STEPN a couple of months ago, STEPN. Another member went and put a couple of $1,000s on it, and that member ended up making over $100,000 in 30 days off that coin because it shot up. So we have a community of people besides me that have walked off their job. They've made a lot of money from the information being shared from the Crypto Talk, and we're covering the news every day. So we see what's popping out there, what's not happening before the rest of the world really gets to it, so we can make moves, the necessary moves. This is a $16,000 value that you get for only $29.97 a month. So basically, a Netflix and Disney Plus stream, you get access to this daily that pays for itself if you implement this information. So that's the inner circle. And that's when people say, okay, after the 5-day challenge, what's next? The inner circle. Then we also have one-on-one consulting. There's people that say, well, Brandy, now I've gone through your videos. I want to be able to sit down with you one-on-one. Then yeah, we have that as well. We have one-on-one consulting to get your questions asked and personalized for you. Then we have our courses. So all of our training is done by streaming video. You're going to learn how to buy your first Satoshi. You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. Store your Bitcoin safely in crypto wallets. Purchase and sell with Bitcoin. Trade cryptocurrencies and learn how altcoins work. Now in Bitcoin 101, we have 15 videos. This course is designed to take you through the history of Bitcoin and blockchain technology. Each video is designed to take you through a step-by-step process to know the fundamentals of the technology and how it works. Once you have completed this course, you'll have more than a basic functioning understanding of blockchain and how to purchase Bitcoin and how to use it. Then we have Crypto Advanced. This course is designed for those who have gone through the Bitcoin 101 course or have some basic understanding of what Bitcoin is and how it functions. We will dive deeper into the functional workings of crypto and blockchain projects. You will be introduced to other top coins besides Bitcoin in the market and learn about the economic ecosystem of cryptocurrencies. By the time you finish this course, you will have a clear understanding of crypto economics, the functioning roles of crypto, and how to understand the charts. Now you will be ready to engage in the crypto space. Then we have how to trade Bitcoin in 15 lessons. By this point, you have an advanced understanding of the history of blockchain technology and the crypto space. You are ready to engage and build your portfolio. There is no one strategy that fits them all. This course will share multiple strategies and opportunities so that you will have the confidence and skills in the space to earn a profit. And then we have Internet of Things. This course is designed to show you real-world applications of blockchain technology. We have already learned about all the wonderful uses of Bitcoin and crypto. However, none of that would be possible without blockchain technology. You're going to learn how the technology is being used to lay the foundation for Web3, create smart cities, and disrupt industries that we rely on every day, such as agriculture, environment, and health and wellness. Then we have a marketing system as well. And this marketing system is, as you saw I told you earlier, my background, 20 plus years in direct selling, is most people don't know how to market and they don't know how to sell. And so we teach you the skill set, not just to be able to sell crypto, but any business that you have. It's all about personal development. So this is the only all-in-one CRM system that's simple to use. And we have a live trainer that teaches this twice a week, how to market. And then we have Earn While You Learn. Now, I don't know, Bob, you want me to go through that, how to make some money with this?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
All right, so people say to me all the time, well, Brandon, education is important. And I understand that, but I need to make some money. And I understand that. When I first got started in the crypto space, I started with $30, August 30th, 2017, $30. I flipped that $30 into six figures in 3.5 months by the end of 2017. When
Mm.
the market came back down, I didn't lose money like everybody else did when the market dropped. Because of my education, I actually made more money when the market goes down than I do when the market goes up. So I
Mm.
wanted to put something in place that while you're learning this, you get excited and you want to be able to put some action, but you might be in a situation where you don't have a lot of money to use. Well, you're going to earn at the same time. I like to call it we sell picks and shovels. So if you go back to the gold rush, the people who made the most money during the gold rush was not the people digging in the ground for gold. It was those who were selling them picks and shovels to dig in the ground. That's
Mm.
what we do. If this education, you see value in it for you, then definitely it's going to help somebody else. So if you share this, and that's what happens when you become a VIP for $97, you're also a promoter for ILCA. So if you share with others, then you're going to get paid if they purchase anything within ILCA. For example, the 5-day challenge for $97. We have a workbook for $17. We have our inner circle for $29.97 a month. We have our marketing platform anywhere between $99, $199. And then if anybody wants our courses for $350, for example, the month of July is right now we're in all about Bitcoin 101. So for $350, you get all 15 of these courses. Plus, every Tuesday and Thursday night, I'm doing live training on these courses. We just did our first course last night, and the people are there are able to ask questions afterwards. So it's like a bigger version of the 5-day challenge, except it's more detailed because we're pulling a lesson out of every lesson within this course, and we're going over it step by step. Sometimes people can watch a video, but they still want their handheld a bit. So that's for every single course. If you were to sell this, in fact, this is my company. I'm the only Black-owned crypto education company in America. I raised the price on this. I'm going to pay you $100 per sale. So if you share with somebody who gets Bitcoin 101, you get $100, and that goes for every course. So what does this equal up to? Let's say for monthly. There's only two things in ILCA that has a monthly cost to it. That's our inner circle, where I do the daily crypto talks, and our marketing system. So our inner circle, you share with one person, you're making $5.99 a month. If that same person also gets the marketing system, you make $38.80 a month. But what if you share it with 10 people? That's $447 a month. 25 people, that's $1,119 a month. 50 people, $2,239. 100 people, $4,479 every single month from just sharing the inner circle and the marketing system. Now, if they take advantage of everything ILCA has to offer, one person would generate $1,176. But you go all the way to the same 100 people, that's $117,600 plus $4,400 a month from just 100 people. Now, I don't know if you guys like the movie The Matrix. Every time I walk out my door and I see people walking down the street, I know they don't know anything about crypto.
Right.
And I'm like, really? We got to help get them unplugged. 100 people is 6 figures. See, the average household in America makes less than $50,000 a year for a family of 4. I'm 45 years old. If I were to work for the next 20 years of my life to be 65 to retire, making $75,000 a year and 40 to 60 hours a week, and let's just assume that I don't have to pay any taxes. I get to keep all that. That's $1.5 million that is all the money I have to spend for the next 20 years. Weddings, funerals, colleges, bills, houses, cars, hospital, and all of that. It may seem like a lot of money, but you can run through that very quickly in 20 years. But one thing that I learned from earlier, as I said, that most Americans are retiring broke. That's not mine. That's the federal government. It says 97%. The same Federal Reserve says that we have 12% of the American population is involved in crypto, and 46% of them are making more than $100,000 a year. 46%. So if you're in crypto, you got almost a 50-50 chance to be making six figures a year. So I wanted to create a compensation plan to show you how to get that. $117,000 from just sharing with 100 people. We also have certification where a novice, ILCA intermediate, advanced, and expert levels. And by getting certified, that means that when we do Bitcoin boot camps, I'm going to take you with me, and then you'll be able to make money by helping me do the Bitcoin boot camps. You'll be able to do live online coaching for people who want one-on-one consultation. And let's say you're in a certain city. You say, Brandon, I want to put together events. I've got whether a community center, I've got a hotel, I've got 100 people I want to put in the room. Well, guess what? We put that event on, and you're going to make extra money for that as well. So what do you do now? Well, this is what you want to do. You're going to get back with Bobby here, and Mr. Buck is going to give you a link. And I think that we have it in the chat box to register for the next 5-day challenge. There's no cost. At least you can check this out and see if you think that the information is valuable. The next 5-day challenge will be on July 25th. But I encourage you to become a VIP member for one-time $97 so that you can be a VIP side and you can be a promoter to make money by sharing this with others. Now, people who understand the power of Bitcoin in this era will be one step closer to finding their financial freedom. And as a disclaimer, this information is intended for educational and training purposes only and should not be construed as investment advice. As with all financial decisions, you should contact your licensed financial advisor before investing in any financial instrument. And that is, let me stop sharing screen.
All right.
There we go. And that is it, Mr. Buck.
All right, man. I really, really appreciate your time and for being able to come and deliver this information to myself and everybody else watching and listening. And yeah, this is some very great information. And hey, y'all, guess what? I'm in the VIP section. so like I say, y'all see my link. Y'all click on that link. 5 days for free. And this is, they always say you got to invest in yourself, right? But you're not even investing money in it. You should invest in your time and they're willing to learn and will to learn. And just like myself, y'all know, most of y'all know me. I came up back in the day, you know, I was irking and jerking from drinking too much. Now I'm out here trying to find my way to a better way, find a better lifestyle. So all about willing to want to change and want to learn. It's a mindset. That's one thing I have learned. Because when I first started working with crypto in 2020, it was a mindset. What got me though was like the wallets. Some of the wallets you got to have like 12 to 24 keywords or passwords. That's what I said. Oh no, I'm not doing that. But then I saw a video where a man was talking. He was saying how the banks got us so relaxed that we just throw our money up there with strangers and let them protect it. Mm-hmm. And he said we don't even want to protect our own money with the words. I went, you know what? So it's a mindset. I went, here I am. I'm mad. I got to put those 12 to 24 words in to protect what I'm working on achieving. Mm-hmm. I said, what am I mad about? I said, so that's what I'm saying. So I know it's not going to be easy at first for nobody. Believe me, it wasn't easy for me just to get involved with it. So, yeah, so everybody just go ahead, click on that link, and get your 5 days free.
That's right.
All right. No, I appreciate you and everything. So any final words for the people?
Yeah, I mean, you said it right there as the mindset. And people don't realize that we work hours and hours for our hard-earned money, and we just throw it off to somebody else to take care of for us, which also means they can take it from us. They're charging us for the privilege of taking our money, working with it, and making money off of our money. I think it's time that we take control of that back for ourselves, but not just us, for us to teach and help others at the same time. And that's what ILCA is designed to do.
All right.
So thank you, Bobby.
All right. Thank you, too. And there you have it, y'all. Out the Box Economics Podcast Promotions. And we out of here.
Take care. Peace.